Howdy y'all, welcome to this video, which is 3 reasons a tarp is the ultimate survival tool. I know you're probably thinking, isn't it my knife? A knife is important, but a lot of times when you think about what we're doing in the outdoors, we don't usually need to cut stuff. But we're going to cover the things that a tarp enables us to use in a survival situation. And I think you're going to rethink about where you really place your priorities about your equipment. All right, so first things first, shelter. This is a very fancy shelter when you're talking about survival. This is a shelter I made on a car camping trip. But I love tarps so much now that I don't bring tents. I just use a tarp. And if you look at like hammock campers, a lot of times that's what they use. They just use tarps. They hang a hammock and then they put a tarp over them as a rain fly. And that's basically what I do. But instead of using a hammock, I use cots. I live in Texas, and a lot of times where I camp, there isn't really a lot of trees to even hang a hammock from. And I'm 6'4", so to make it matters worse, for me to try and find 2 trees that would be properly spaced apart in the state of Texas is almost impossible for me to do a hammock hang. So instead, I just like to have cots, and I'm going to talk more about cots in a different video. But anyway, I love using tarps for shelter, and if you're talking about outdoor survival, keeping a tarp in your pack, particularly nowadays when you get a backpacking tarp that's super light, that there's just no excuse, and they are, the first things on a priority in a survival situation, even a short-term survival situation, is to have some kind of shelter. We need some kind of windbreak, and of course protection from rain or snow. And yeah, debris huts are fun to build, but when it comes down to it, a tarp's going to make everything faster and better for us in terms of shelter. The next thing we can use a tarp for is related to the shelter, and that is to keep stuff dry. So imagine a scenario where not only do we need to keep ourselves dry, but maybe we got to keep firewood dry, food dry, gear dry. Tarps are just really useful for those kind of scenarios. It's why back in my pickup truck, I've got at least 3 tarps with me at all times. I use this all the time for whether I need to use ground cloth, shelter, keep stuff dry in case of rain. Also, I can use them to manufacture shade. Finally, we can use tarps to carry stuff. Whether it's we need to carry firewood, we're collecting, maybe for example, you are out foraging and you need to, again, make sure you know what you're doing when you're coming to foraging food, but let's say you've identified safe berries to eat, you need to carry them back. Maybe you've caught a mess of fish or want to build a fish trap. Tarps are useful for carrying stuff. So as you can see, tarps are super useful when we start thinking about outdoor survival and bushcraft, or really just general camping. They're really one of the most important, useful tools in our tool belt to use. In fact, I'll go a lot of campouts. I never touch my knife, but I always do something with a tarp. Do you ever find yourself sick of eating the same food over and over on your camping trips? Well, if you've ever reached that point, I got a solution for you. Head on over to funcampingmeals.com. I've compiled a list of 101 easy camping recipes, completely free. You don't even have to give me your email address. Just head on over there and find something else to try out in your next camp out.
Thank you for watching. If you're wondering who I am, I'm Mark Wilcox. I once backpacked 100 miles in 90 days. And I was inspired by the fact that after 25 years in IT, I decided I wanted more adventure in my life. And I love to take the knowledge I have about the outdoors and use that to help inspire and teach others to also add more adventure to their life. Again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.